Hey everyone, and welcome back to another podcast episode of Arts Unraveled. I am your host, Rachel Thomas, and you guys, we're on YouTube now. So if you're an audio listener, get off of Spotify or whatever and come over to YouTube, because I have now decided to make a video component. And maybe I won't keep doing this because it is a lot of work, but I want to try it because I want to get back into YouTube and all that jazz. Now, we might be in a weird situation right now. I'm right next to a window, so that means you guys are going to be hearing a lot of the sounds of the city, an ambulance perhaps, a child maybe playing ball. I just heard a marching band go on. I had to restart the episode because there was a marching band. So if you hear that, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Okay, I'm gonna get readjusted in this chair. I'm just gonna be loud. I don't care though. Let's look at our space real quick. It's not super pretty. What I wanna do is get some stuff up on the walls over here. Again, if you're an audio listener, you don't know what I'm talking about. So come over to YouTube. Okay, we have a candle because it's fall. It's a fall scented candle. This is my lamp. And then behind it we have a plant. And on the plant is a weird face. So if you're not coming over to YouTube to hear my voice, come over to look at this plant's face or the vase's face. And then I have a water bottle. It's from Moulin. It's a Moulin Rouge water bottle. I got it when I went to go see Moulin Rouge. I did an event premiere thingy, or I don't remember what I did. It was an event with Theaterly. You guys know Theaterly, right? It was an event with Theaterly, and they gave us these amazing water bottles, and I'm gonna take a drink of water. So hey, stop what you're doing. Everyone stop what you're doing and go drink the liquid that is closest to you. I don't care if you're on the toilet. Drink the liquid that is closest to you. Okay, are we good? Are we good? Awesome. Nice, okay. Great, so welcome back to another podcast. What? Welcome back to another podcast episode of Arts Unraveled. This is honestly kind of weird for me, you guys, because I'm facing the camera and I'm like trying to talk to the camera, but I usually I look into my mic when I talk just because I get lost in my own thoughts. So if I look away from the camera at any point, just because I need to look away from the camera at any point, okay, that's fine. All right, let's get into the topic of today's episode. Recently, on my Instagram, I posted a video of the 10 things that I wish I knew about the entertainment industry before I got into it. And you know what? We're gonna do a deep dive into that. So if you haven't watched that video yet, go on over to my Instagram. It's sort of like a get ready with me while I talk about it. I like those styles of videos. I saw somebody do it once and I was like, I actually love this and I wanna do it myself. So let's go through my list. And I might not get them all right because I didn't rewatch the video. I just have some notes that I made before I made that video. So I digress. Great. Welcome back to Arts Unraveled. Let's get into it. I have no intro for the podcast episodes. I mean, I did, but I don't use it anymore. So maybe I should get back into that. Hey, if anyone wants to make me an animation or a graphic for free, feel free to hit me up here. Just kidding. I shouldn't ask for something for free. You're an artist. You should have that. Okay, I thought I heard an ambulance. All right. First things first. Let me go to the actual episode. You guys, my brain has been everywhere today. I'm not gonna lie. A lot has happened. A lot has happened in our world in the last several days. And I don't need to tell you guys that. It's been stressful and sad. And so we're just gonna talk about the things that I wish I knew earlier in the industry. Okay, great. First thing, talent isn't always gonna get you the job. That was the first thing I said in this video. And the reason why talent's not always gonna get you the job is because art is subjective. And I say this all the time, but you just can't help but know that art is subjective. And as much as I wanna believe that my talent's gonna be the thing that gets me booked, it's probably gonna be my talent along with some networking, along with I know somebody, which is just networking, along with, I have brown hair and so they want someone with brown hair. There's just so many aspects about acting or entertainment or dance that don't have to do with your talent at all. And I've seen some people get roles where they're not I don't think they're particularly out of this world outstanding. I think they're good, but they're not outstanding. But I'm but you're a really easy person to work with. And that's why you got the role. And that plays into another one of our little tips later. I think there's somebody at my door. We're not gonna answer it. Okay, the second thing. People are gonna talk about you no matter what. No matter what you do, people are gonna talk about you. And it might be good things and it might be crappy things. It doesn't matter. don't let that, hey, don't let that dim your shine. Don't let that put your light out, if you know what I mean. Like, don't do that. People are going to find a reason to hate you no matter what. If they want to find a reason to hate you, they're going to find a reason to hate you. Don't let it affect you, especially if you're on social media, because social media is such a vulnerable place. Like, even just me being on here, like, I'm letting you guys into a part of my life, and that can be difficult, and that's okay, but don't let that affect you. Again, there's high schoolers screaming outside. Don't listen to them. Listen to me. Don't listen to them. Just listen to me. Another one of the tips was you have to be something other than an actor or a dancer or a singer. Not only do people expect you to be triple threats nowadays, but they also expect you to be able to create something as well. So not just be a triple threat, but be a triple threat and be a choreographer, or be a triple threat and be able to playwright. Be a triple threat and be able to compose. It's insane what we're being asked to do as performers now. And not, like I said this in my last episode thing, I guess I've touched on this before, but how I met Patti LuPone and she was like, I feel really bad for people who are in the arts industry right now, because it's really difficult to be a performer because everyone expects you to be a triple threat. So to expand on this one a little bit, see if you can find a way to create. And I'm an intimacy choreographer. I'm a choreographer. I've done a little bit of playwriting, but I'd love to take classes in it. I've done some, like, choreography kind of goes along with directing, so I'd love to take some classes in directing and, like, really get good at it. But, like, if you could be a director, a choreographer, a composer, a playwright, somebody that creates something, you're going to be more be of more, in quotes, value to other people, because everyone wants to be an actor. Like, I hate to say this, but you're not special because you want to be an actor. Everyone wants to be an actor. Everyone and their mother wants to be an actor. Just wanting it is not enough. You have to also be really good at networking and be really good at making connections and be really talented, and also, like, be able to, what is happening out there? I'm sorry if this episode is on, you guys. Also be able to, create something that is of value, because you will be more marketable. And if you don't know how to do it now, you're going to need to learn. Okay. The next thing, I don't know, this 4 or 5, I don't know what this is. Stop letting being scared hold you back. Because, okay, if you feel unsafe, that's different. If you're like, I don't feel safe, doing this thing, I don't feel physically or mentally safe, that's different. I'm talking about, don't let being scared hold you back, because sometimes your fear of something can stifle your potential. Sometimes your fear of something can stifle your potential. So if you let your fear of going to an audition hold you back, maybe you were going to book that role and you decided that you didn't want to go because you're scared. That's not a good enough reason to not go to someplace. Now, again, if something's happening in your life where you're like, oh, I have like 6 other auditions today, I can't make it to this one, that's so different. But if you're scared to go because it's something that is difficult for you, that's not a good enough reason. And in fact, that's more of a reason to go. You will get better if you put yourself in situations that push you and make you a little bit uncomfortable, okay? Great, moving on. All these kind of, by the way, relate, because the next one is do it scared. Go to the audition scared. Go to the dance class scared. It is not bad for you to be scared. Being scared doesn't mean bad. And we associate fear with bad because we watch horror movies and we see, scary things in the media, and we're like, that's scary, that's bad. Okay, sometimes it does mean you have a fight or flight response, but you don't want to confuse your fight or flight response in something that is like low stakes, like an audition, or low stakes, like a dance class. Say you've never done tap ever. And to me, honestly, tap was scary for me. I didn't learn tap first. I learned ballet first, and I learned tap like last in my dance training. And that was terrifying. I didn't like it. I felt uncomfortable. I was like, this is exactly the opposite of what I was told to do growing up. Ballet is very light on your feet, very up. Tap is very like down to the ground and like that sort of thing. And I'm just like, well, like, I'm scared of it, but I gotta do it. Okay. And I'm glad I did. And I'm still scared. I am still scared of tap. I'm still scared of tap. It still scares me to this day. I'm still like, ugh. But that, I feel uncomfortable doing it. But guess what? I still try to go to dance classes that are tap classes because it's good for you to be scared. There's nothing wrong with it. Am I yelling into the mic right now? Hey, audio listeners, am I screaming? Can you guys throw something in the comments? Can you understand anything I'm saying? Because I'm not actually watching it. Like, I usually have this thing up and I'm watching it to make sure that my levels aren't bad. And I'm not watching anymore. I'm staring into the barrel of my phone. So if you're not watching it, first of all, come over to YouTube right now. I don't know what you're doing on Spotify still. I'm just kidding. I say that, but I like listening to things on Spotify while I do work. So actually do whatever you want. I don't care. Anyways, we have to get back to the topic of hand. The topic at hand, not the topic of hand. Okay, moving on. Next thing. Not being confident is hurting you. Not being confident is hurting you. And you know what? Learn to have a healthy sense of confidence about yourself. Learn to be healthily confident in yourself. Because there is no freaking way you're going to be able to make it in this industry without that sense of confidence. Literally no way. And if you don't have it, fake it. If you don't feel confident, fake it. Act like you do. Because there was the point I didn't have it when I was in high school, I'm getting distracted, you guys, my ADHD brain. When I was in high school, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, I decided that I was going to fake it till I make it. You guys, I gotta be honest, today's been a long day. I've been with myself most of the day and I've had a lot of coffee. It's 3:42, so I haven't had coffee since like 1, but still, it could be running in my veins. And also, I've been alone. And when I've been alone and sorry, if you're watching the video, you saw my ear poke out. That's not cute. I have been alone most of the day, and when I'm alone most of the day, I have built up words. There's a certain number of words that I have to get out of my brain in a day. And if I don't do it, I go bananas. And I feel like I'm going bananas right now because I haven't been able to get all the words out, and it's 3:42. And so I'm like, I gotta get these words out. So that's what's happening right now. It's like, you guys are getting the word vomit that I wasn't able to like put out on somebody else. Okay? Sorry about that. Also, this is probably gonna be a shorter episode today because guess what? I forgot to turn my do not disturb on for my phone. So I feel like I'm filming this, by the way, all of it. I'm filming it all on my phone. So sorry, by the way, if you hear the creaking of the chair. But I'm filming it all on my phone, so like if somebody calls me out, you're screwed. The YouTube viewers are screwed. Sorry. All right, back to our topic at hand. Not being confident is hurting you, and you need to be confident, okay? And I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. I don't know what to tell you. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. Okay, next. The casting team. The casting team, the team behind the table, they are rooting for you. They want you to win. When you walk into an audition room and you're like, ugh, I don't feel confident walking in here. Fake it, first of all. And second of all, they want you to win. So if you believe that and you start getting that into your head and being like, yeah, they want me to win, you will perform eons better. Is that the right way to use that word? I don't know. You will perform a lot better though if you walk into the room being like, I am the solution to their problem. Because they have a problem, they do. They have to fill these roles. And they have to fill it with somebody who's gonna make them money. And that's just what that is. They want to make money, they need to make money, and you could be the person that makes them money. Okay? So be that person. So just start thinking of auditions differently. Start thinking of them as like, I need to be here because I'm the best solution to your problem. You have a problem, I have a solution. Okay? That's that. Another thing to remember. Also, pause. Everyone take a sip of water because there's a truck going by and it's going to be loud anyway. Yum. Water's so good for you. What's that Dr. Doofenshmirtz thing where he's like, water. It's like drinking wet air. How was my impression? Dan Povermeyer? How's my impression? Swampy? How's my impression? Let me know in the comments and smash that subscribe button. Next. my transitional sentences are not real, not happening. Next, network with others. I know this might be really hard for some people, especially some people who are introverts or shy. Networking is this whole industry. It's this entire industry is networking. The entertainment industry is networking. Hollywood, networking. And nepotism. But networking, come on. Like, you guys, you have to get good at being able to, like, you see someone on stage, like at a cabaret, you go to a cabaret, and afterwards they walk off stage and you go, yeah, I really like them. I'm gonna go talk to them. And you go up and you say, you did a really good job. And you're talking and you're like, oh, I'm a choreographer. And they're like, oh my God, really? Because I'm looking for a choreographer for my show because I also direct. And you're like, oh my God, no way. And they go, yeah, send me over your choreographer reel. What? The amount of times I've been to like a place and decided to just go up and walk up to somebody and ask them about their lives, or like tell them that, like, oh, I really liked your work on stage, or like, I really appreciate your work in this, that, the other. And they're like, actually, I have a project that I need someone like you on. Like, that's happened to me countless times because this whole industry is networking. Okay? Yeah. All right. Next little thing. You have to be easy to work with. And by that, I mean, you need to be on time. You need to be willing to say, like, yes, and as long as you feel safe. Don't complain too much. A healthy amount of complaining. Look, if you need to get something off your chest, get something off your chest. But don't be the person in the cast that's always complaining. Don't be the choreographer that's always complaining about your students. Like, I don't know what, just apply this in general to everything you do. Hey, if you're listening to this and you're not in the arts, be easy to work with. People want to work with people who are easy to work with. And I mean, like, in every sense of the word. Like, don't show up late all the time. If you have little things that happen, like, life happens, we get it. Life is annoying sometimes, and it happens, okay? But don't be always showing up late. Don't be always tardy. Like, people want to work with people who are, like, on time and, like, ready to work and willing to try new things, even if it, hey, scares them. And we just went full circle. If you haven't picked up on that, we just went full circle, okay? Next. I don't know if this is the last one or not, but if it was an easy career, everyone would do it. You know how many people would be interested in, like, acting? Like, I know some people are like, I could never do that, and, like, that's not for me, and, like, I don't know how you, like, put your face out there. I don't know what voice that was, but that's how some people talk to me. And I'm like, okay, great, cool. Well, that's good that you don't like it, because you can be a mathematician, and you can be an accountant, and you can be a lawyer. Because if everyone wanted to be an actor, then there'd be people who want to be actors who would have to be lawyers. And guess what? It would probably be me. It would probably be me. That's a good tongue twister. Anyways, I'm getting distracted again. But yeah, if it was easy, everyone would do it. So don't let your fear of it get you down. And I did hear this from somebody once. Somebody told me once, if you could do something else, if you look at acting or performing or theater or singing or dance or whatever, and you say, okay, but I like taking care of animals and being a veterinarian just as much as acting, they're going to tell you to do that first, or try that before you try to be an actor. And some people are going to say the opposite. They're going to be like, oh, be an actor while you're young. But when I was at ACTF, if you guys know what that is, that's the American College Theater Festival, they were like, if you could do something else, if you like something else just as much as this, do that. Because this is such a hard industry to be in. It's next to impossible. So if you're gonna pick something, pick that. And I think it's an interesting thing. I don't know if I agree with it or not. I think it just depends on who you are. I agree with, like, the idea or the concept, I guess, of, like, that the logic. Okay, the logic makes sense to me. But I don't know if I agree with it in the sense of, like, you know, I don't know. I'm just so passionate about it. I can't imagine not doing it. So, like, I remember I was sitting there and I thought about this, and the guy's like, he says this, and it's like, it's a room full of theater kids, okay? But American College Theater Festival is just Comic-Con for theater kids. I mean, really it is. It's a bunch of nerds. We were sitting, when I went there, we would sit in this big auditorium because there was this opening ceremony. And the kids started singing the theatricals. I think it was something from The Lion King. But all these theater kids just started getting up and singing. And I was like, we're in a cult. This is a cult. Theater kids live in a cult. Okay? And you know what? That's part of my hot take. I'm going to add that to my hot take. Theater kids live in a cult. Because, think about the theater kid games we play. Czechoslovakia, boom, shaboom. Yugoslavia, boom, shaboom. Or how about this one? Kunja, kunja, kunja. That's cultish. And then you have things like zip, zap, zop, but whatever. Also, question. I think I already asked this before. Would you rather be called theater kid or thespian? Because if somebody called me a thespian, I'd probably throw up. But also, if somebody calls me a theater kid, I want to throw up. Like, don't call me either one of those. I don't want to be known as either one of those things. So I don't want it. I reject that. As a person who does theater. Persons who do theater is what I want to be called. Because, honestly, I burped, if you couldn't hear it. Honestly, I would rather, I just don't want to be called a theater kid. And I can say that. I make fun of theater kids because I am one. No, I can't even do that. But I kind of am. And I hate that. That's the term for it. Can I just be an actor who does theater? Because that's what I'm going to be. I'm an actor who does theater. I'm a performer who does theater. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about. Okay, I think that's all of the stuff that I wanted to go into. But yeah, and by the way, if y'all have any questions about that, I'm more than happy to chat through them and go through them and talk about them, because I love giving y'all advice. And I know I don't know everything, and that's why I want to get more people on this podcast, because I just don't. I don't know everything about this industry, and I can learn a lot from other people and from you all. So if you have something you want to say, please tell me, because I would love to know. I really would. So yeah. Okay, my hot take of the week, because we got to wrap up this episode because I think my phone's dying. We need to start making, maybe I talked about this already, but we need to start making original musicals again, okay? I see remake after remake after remake of the same shows. They'll take a movie or they'll take a sitcom and they will make it into a musical because they want money, because they know it's going to make them money. And by them, I mean Broadway. I don't know what I'm talking about. But look, I'm excited as the next person to see The Great Gatsby with Eva Noblezada and Jeremy Jordan. I'm excited about that. But can we please come up with some original musicals? Because everyone nowadays seems to be a jukebox of somebody's story, Jersey Boys or Tina Turner or things like that. Or it's a musical written on a movie. I'm sure Tangle will come up next. And by the way, I think Tangle should be a musical. Don't get me wrong, but I do. But we gotta sprinkle that in with some original work. I saw Shucked a couple weeks ago, and I was just so refreshed with the fact that it was it had some Rock of Ages vibes, the lead was Sherry, but other than that, I was this is an original story. And especially as a corn girl, hey, as somebody who grew up in Indiana, now we don't have Southern accents, so I don't know why I did that, but as somebody who grew up in Indiana, I am a corn girl. I love corn because I grew up around it. So it was really nice to see something that was an original show that, it was just refreshing. I was oh, that's an original character. And look at this person's personality. Independently owned was so well done. Did I talk about this on my last podcast episode? I think I did. I can't remember what's going on. But I digress. We need more original shows. And I love choreographing for original shows. I love being a part of original shows. I've been a part of several original pieces of work. I'm obsessed with workshopping. I'm obsessed with being a choreographer for them. I love being an actor in an original show because nobody can tell you that you're doing this a little bit too much like Sutton Foster, or that looks too much like this girl or whatever. Excuse me, because nobody's done it before. And so you can look into and find the little nuances that this character's gonna have because it's yours. And then I want to originate a character. I want to be an original character so bad. I do. And I already have. I've done stuff on that. I worked with a couple different performers in musicals. In musicals y'all have probably heard of. And some plays, and then some like workshops of plays. Like, it's just so fun. And by the way, if you're listening to this and you need an actor or a choreographer for an original musical or an original play or an original short film or an original reading, I don't care. Hire me. I will give you 110% because I am obsessed with new work. I think it's important that we get out new work. I think we need to tell stories about our grandparents, about our future children, about the state of the world today. I think we need to tell those stories. They are so important. And if we just keep remaking the same stuff over and over again, we're not adding to the arts world. We are adding to our bank accounts. And yeah, that feels nice. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm not saying, hey, I like money. I like money as much as the next guy, or girl. But I don't think that just remaking movies into musicals is serving the art. It's serving our bank accounts. It's serving our pockets. And I know there's to break even / make a profit on Broadway is extremely hard. Theater's extremely expensive to go to. There's a lot of issues that go in with that. Like, people just want to make money. I get it. Okay. From the business side, I get why you want to keep remaking movies or do stories about a famous person's life, because you're going to get everybody from that era who loved Jersey Boys. Of course you're going to sell out Jersey Boys. I get that. I'm with you on that. I love Jersey Boys. Who doesn't love Jersey Boys? Okay, so I'm with you. I'm just saying within that, can we please find ways to make new work happen? Because I'm sick and tired of it. And I really want some new work. And I'll be a part of it if you all want me to. So hire me, please. Yeah. Okay, that's my hot take. All right, you guys, that's about gonna do it for me. My jaw hurts because I'm clenching it. I don't know why. I gotta go to Target and I gotta get a sniffly little candle because I don't love the way this one smells. It's okay. It also smells like something's burning in my apartment, so I gotta go check on that. But in the meantime, you guys, if you're on YouTube, and if you're not, come on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to. You don't have to, but I would really love it if you did. Rate this podcast on whatever way you're streaming it. Rate it 5 stars. Guys, come on. I want to keep doing these and making these for you. And if you don't rate it 5 stars, why would I keep coming back? Because I love it. Because I love talking to myself. But anyways, rate it 5 stars. Give me a subscribe and a like. If you want to, I would really appreciate it. And if you guys have anyone you want me to see or talk to or do a Zoom call with or whatever, put them in the comments because I'd love to chat with people. And I love you all, and I hope you guys have a great Friday, a great week. Whatever is meant for you will not pass you by. And please remember that. No matter where you are in life, whatever is meant for you is not going to pass you by. As long as you work hard and you're a good person. Okay? So I love you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!